and welcome to the wonderful world of Chai, a game by Connie and Dan Kazmayer. It is a board game for 1 to 5 players where you play a tea merchant where you're trying to sell and fulfill customer orders with different ingredients, and you're trying to be the best tea merchant out there. It's quite original concept. The setup is quite quick and simple. Here is a demonstration of the prototype of the game set up for 2 players. Now I'll walk you through everything on the table in just a minute, but it can, as I said, can play up to 5 players, and in the solo player game you're going to set up a 2-player game but just play it by yourself. I was lucky enough to get a copy of the prototype of the game, so I will be showing you what the final artwork looks like and what most of the components will generally look like. I mean, this is a prototype, so just from the artwork and the quality of the prototype, I can just imagine how amazing the final copy is going to be. So let's take a look at the different parts. Alright, so in Chai you will have lots and lots of components to play with, which is one of my favorite things about certain games. Here we have the tile bag. Now this is my own bag, but the tiles inside are what will come in the final game. So different colors for different ingredients. You take these out and you put them in the market tile here, which I could show you a little bit like that. Here we have a player aid card. Every player will get one of these. It explains to you what you can do in your turn. There's 3 actions you can choose from. You can either visit the market, which is there. You can grab 3 items from the pantry, which is this card here. Let me see if I can show you this, tilting it a little bit without dropping anything. So that's the pantry. You've got here additives like honey, chai spice, vanilla bean, sugar, and milk. And the third thing you can do is reserve a customer. Now I don't have the customer set up, I will do that in a second, but you can reserve a customer from the customer pool into your tea shop. Now these are the customer cards. The artwork on this is final, but there will be hopefully new artwork added as stretch goals are reached. But you can see there's 8 different cards, ranging in point values from 4 points all the way up to 16 points. And I'm pretty sure every player has the same point spread and the same types of mixed ingredients, so that not one color is easier to score with than another color. This is your tea shop. Now you'll see there's the color of your tea here, in this case white. We also have the green player here I have on the table set up. So there's the green player. Each tea shop has 12 spots for ingredient tiles, and then there are 6 spots for pantry items. And you also get 6 of your color token leaves. These are 3D printed for the prototype, which is pretty awesome. For $5 you can get the print and play 3D print files for these. These are really nice. So every player gets 6 of those. Those are the white ones. These are the green ones. And we have black, red, and blue as well. You have here a spot for all the money tokens. The retail version will have punched cardboard for the money, but if you are a Kickstarter backer of the deluxe version, you will get, and again these are just prototypes, but you will get metal coins that look something like this. Okay, these are beautiful. 1, 2, and 3 denomination, and on the back there's the chai tea leaves and another chai tea layout there. These are very, very nice coins, nice and heavy, metal, beautiful. Again, that is a deluxe Kickstarter pledge only place to get those. For an extra $10, no brainer. And this is the round marker. It is a thermometer with a little clip-on pointer. Now you have 5 rounds in the game, so 0, 25, 50, 75, and 100 degrees Celsius. That's how the rounds are marked. And in a 1-player solo game, you'll use the little lines in between to mark your rounds as well. So everything is well thought out on this round tracker. To set up the game really quick, you're going to give each player their tea house, their 6 leaf colors, and one of these player aid cards, and you're also going to give them all of the player customer cards of their color. at the bottom here is the color green. So the way to set up the game fairly quickly is you're going to shuffle these up. You're going to choose one, and that'll be your starting customer. Then you're going to choose another one, and that'll be the first customer in the customer pool. Every player will do that. So now the white player will choose, let me just shuffle these quickly. The white player will choose one card for themselves and one card for the customer pool. Now what you do next is you take both or all of the customer cards and you're going to mix them up. And you're going to draw 2 extra cards for the number of players you have. So in a 2-player game, there will be 4 customers in the customer pool, plus your own customer, and that is the setup. I almost forgot one thing, very, very important. You're going to need 5 little cups for a 5-player game, 1 cup per player. And in this case, I have 2-player games, so I got these small Tim Horton cups. You can get whatever cups you want. The game will actually come with cups, but since this is a prototype copy of it, there are no cups included. So I just got 2 Tim Hortons cups, and I will use those. You're going to set one of these tip tokens in front of each of the cups randomly. Now the pantry, you'll notice, has one of each of the items. That's important. To start the game, you're going to start with one of each to give the first player who has a choice to go to the pantry a choice of anything on there. So let's take a look at what you can do in a turn. The first thing you do is you can visit the market. Now whoever visits the market will get 3 coins to start. That's kind of like your, you've sold some stuff at the market, so you've got some money to spend. Now you have to spend at least $1 at the market. You can see here that there's the 3 columns or the 3 rows. And if you wanted to buy any of the items here, you look up at the top to see how much they sell for. So anything in this first column here is 1 coin. Anything in these next 2 columns is 2 coins. And anything in the last 3 columns will cost 3 coins. The way it works is you're going to try to buy clumps of ingredients. So right now, if I wanted the ginger, I could get all 4 of these for the price of the most expensive column that it's in. So these are in the 1 and 2 column, so I would pay 2 coins to get these 4 gingers. If I wanted to get lemon, I would pay $1 and get this lemon. Now the way it works is, let's say I bought the lemon. I would slide these down and hopefully make new clusters of ingredient groups. But the way this one is set up here, nothing's really going to happen when you buy them and slide them down. There's not enough groupings. So that's basically how the market works. Once your turn is over, you're going to replace the tiles for all the tiles you took, and you're going to replace them from the top to the right, second row to the right, and then third row from left to right. Another option you can do on your turn is you can grab 3 items from the pantry. Now with the pantry, there's a couple of things. If you don't like what's showing on the pantry, you can spend $1 and reset the pantry and have 5 new tokens taken out. Or you can draw blindly from the pantry bag. The options you have are you can draw a token from here, from the pantry, you can draw from the bag, or a combination of both. Now that's what you do in the pantry. Again, once you're done your turn, you're going to replace the tokens that were taken out during your turn. The third thing you can do on your turn is reserve 1 customer and use 1 ability. Now, I don't have the ability cards out here because I just did the setup really quickly, but the game comes with ability cards. Now each ability is very different from the other one, so I'm not sure exactly what all of these mean. I'd have to read the instructions, but the artwork on here is pretty nice. But back to this, you can reserve 1 customer and use 1 ability. That's the third thing you can do on your turn. And the way to do that is you just look at the customer pool, choose a customer that you think you can fulfill their order fairly soon. And let's say I want to reserve Alice in Wonderland over here, who likes her vanilla honey green tea. So I would just say I'm reserving her. She comes to my shop. A new customer card gets placed out. One of those 3 items you can do. Every turn you can fulfill an order. So if you have all the ingredients needed to fulfill the order, you can do that at the end of every turn. So regardless if you went to the market, pantry, or reserve the customer, you can always fulfill a customer's order. So let's say this is the customer I wanted to fulfill right now. This customer needs one jasmine and 2 mint ingredients, tiles. So I have those right here. and I'm going to grab one of my green tea leaves, because that's the green tea mark there, and all of this goes into one of the cups, and I take the tip and place it on my store or beside my shop there. So that way, and this customer card goes face down beside my store, and I usually put the tip on top so I know which tip came from which customer. It doesn't matter, but at the end of the round you turn over your tips and then you get the money received as a tip. This goes on for 5 rounds. A round consists of having no more tip tokens left. Now, as I mentioned previously, I'm very, very lucky for having a prototype copy of the game where I can see the artwork and feel the components and see how everything will look in the final version. The print and play is just as good. I have a copy of print and play that I made before I got this copy. I also had a friend 3D print me the leaves and the tiles, so I have a copy of those as well. This print and play is very detailed, so there's everything you see here. Just looks slightly different. The artwork's different, the pantry is different. There's actually no pantry card in the print and play. You just get the pantry items that you can shuffle and deal them out. Customer cards aren't long like these ones. They are squares, so it takes up a little bit less room on your table, the print and play, than the actual game does, but it's well worth it. I mean, I can't say anything else about Chai that I haven't said already. It is fantastic. It is such a fun game. We can't wait till we get the game in the fall. If there are any questions about this game, please check out the Kickstarter page. You can always leave a comment below. So don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel where you'll see more game reviews, game playthroughs, unboxing videos and such. My name is Phil, and thanks for watching Chai.